Hello everyone, we are live from the Richmond Raceway under the lights here in Richmond, Virginia for round 22 of the Blue-Emu Offline Stock Cup Series season. It is the Northrup Grumman 30. It's time to go racing here for 40 laps around this 3/4 of a mile short track. But before we do that, let's take a look through your starting lineup. On pole is the number 55 Tire Pros Toyota Supra of Zachary DeLillo, his first BOC career pole, and to his outside is the number 36 Hershey Chevrolet Camaro of Reminiscent. Row 2 is the Chimera Racing duo of Felix Jansen and Riley Wilkin, and row 3 is the 86 of Shenanigans Scott next to the 84 of Rose Neal. Row 4 sees Jackson Kelsey and John McFadden, and rounding out the top 10 is a pair of Chevys, the 10 of Aaron Yeager and the 3 of Patrick Starr. Row 6 is Vincent David and what would have been Jake Rose, but Rose has been sent to the rear for failing post-qualifying inspection. Row 7 sees the 1 of John Davis and the 54 of Theo Spetzer. Row 8 is Neo Stark and Kevin Hulkenberg. Row 9 sees the 76 of Noah Clifton and the 58 of Bailey Pendergast. And rounding out the top 20 is the 83 of Holly Ocho and the 99 of Tim Pitch. And then in row 11 we see the 50 of Seishin Tomioka and the 60 of Able to Grow, a pair of Toyotas. Row 12 is Leland Hill and Wyatt Qualley. Row 13 is the 28 of Evan Hunter and the 44 of Tari Lowell. Then in row 14 is Chrissy Spletzer next to Cody Goforth. And then got the top 30 is another pair of Toyotas, the 26 of Nujika Kazami, ahead of the 15 of Nelson Reeves. Row 16 sees another pair of Toyotas and Ryan Llewellyn, who's been really falling apart as of late, and Azul Cielo. Then it's the 14 of Adrian Rojas and the 34 of Ryan Keith. Row 18 sees a pair of Chevys and Josh King and points leader Derek Hamill, who's clinched his chase spot, but not a great start for him. Then it's the 38 of Arthur Xavier and the 57 of Anderson Reed. And rounding out the top 40, is a pair of Toyotas and Rafiq Rizana and Adam Mitchell. Rizana is really starting to fall back in the Rookie of the Year watch. And rounding out the field is going to be Blake Ganaki and Tommy Rollo, but remember, Jake Rose also back there for failing post-qualifying inspection. So now, 40 laps around Richmond Raceway here.
To your cars.
And problems for the outside pole sitter. Renan Isip has a tire failure on the 36. That's going to hamper his chances of possibly scoring a win for Ots Racing.
Start your engines!
And will mean that Riley Wilkin will get to lead the outside line as engines have been fired, but I don't think Isip's going to roll off. And sure enough, the 36 is not going to roll off, and Jackson Kelsey and Aaron Yeager hit the... Oh no. And it's all... it's all gone wrong here at the start of the race. Jackson Kelsey and Aaron Yeager pick up damage from the stalled 36, and we're going to take another pace lap here as it's going to give a chance for the field to regroup. One more lap under yellow, and that is not the start that Cat Mollick 10 car or Jackson Kelsey needed. Kelsey's fighting for a chase spot potentially. Aaron Yeager trying to stay inside the top 40 of points. Vincent David also with damage. Did anyone else pick up damage? Does not look so. Oh, wait. No other cars with damage. But that's not going to be an ideal start for Isip, Kelsey, Yeager, or any of the others. As pace car comes in, we're going to try this again. And coming off of turn 4, no one pits, and the green flag is out, and Theo Spetzer already darting to the inside there of the damaged 85 of Vincent David. Expect those damaged cars to really start falling back here as DeLoa got a great getaway. He's going to be chased by the Chimera pair of Jansen and Wilkin. Nonigan Scott also there. Rose Neal as well. So they head into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Zachary DeLillo, your race leader. Off turn 4, DeLillo leads lap 1, but you can see there's a major kerfuffle further back as Neo Stark leads what is becoming the second pack. But the lead pack is currently still led by Zachary DeLillo, but Felix Jansen now leading the inside line, going to try to maybe make a move here. Down the inside, Felix Jansen going to throw it in there. He's looking for his first career BOC victory, but DeLillo maintains the lead. DeLillo is also looking for his first win. Wilkin looking for his third win. and Nottingham Scott is looking for his second as Jansen gets right onto the rear end of Zachary DeLillo, looking to maybe make a move. Nottingham Scott now going to get under Jansen as the 13 had a bit of a poor run through 3 and 4. Zachary DeLillo maintaining this race lead as Nottingham Scott going to go under Felix Jansen for second. This would be worst case scenario for Derek Hamill to be back where he is and to see his main driver that he's fighting for this points lead, Nottingham Scott, potentially walk away with a win. As DeLillo still holds the lead for now, but Nottingham Scott's going to go to his inside. As Aaron Yeager has pitted to fix her damage as the 86 running real up, nearly made contact there with DeLillo, but the 55 is going to stay out front. Jackson Kelsey, despite the rear end damage, he's sitting up here in third. What a drive for that 19 car. So now, instead of the 2 Chimera cars, it's the 2 Scott Racing cars that are challenging Zachary DeLillo for this race lead. All of the Mercedes are going to get DeLillo here tonight, but he is holding calm under pressure, and he currently holds the race lead still. As John McFadden, you see inside the top 10, Rose Neal there in the 84. Then John Davis, Patrick Starr, and Theo Spletzer currently round out your top 10. Vincent David right there despite the heavy front end damage on that 85. But meanwhile up front, Nottingham Scott looking for a way around the 55, but Riley Wilkin going to get to his inside. He's going to have help from John McFadden. Could Riley Wilkin go for this race lead here on Zachary DeLillo? Wilkin already has a short track win this season at IRP, but he's looking for another one here at Richmond. While DeLillo has not buckled under all this pressure as Wilkin got pretty close to DeLillo's quarter panel, but coming through into turn 1, they're going to be side by side. Can Wilkin get under DeLillo? Riley Wilkin's going to get the run off turn 2 and will stay up front, but Wilkin's going to chuck it in through 3 and 4. Coming off of turn 4, DeLillo maintains the race lead. DeLillo's been handling this pressure from these Mercedes very well, as now John McFadden looking on Jackson Kelsey there for 4th. And DeLillo's now actually built out a bit of a gap as here comes McFadden for 2nd on Wilkin. John McFadden on that inside line trying to make up some positions here as Wilkin's going to go to cover him off. McFadden's going to get 3rd from Nottingham Scott. As Vincent David looks like that he has pitted from his position just outside of the top 10. And yes, Vincent David has pitted to fix the damage on the 85. Not going to be an ideal run for him today. As now here comes Riley Wilkin challenging again on Zachary DeLillo. Can he finally make this stick? And the answer still looks like no. The outside line has been able to hold its own as Wilkin going to look again through 3 and 4, but once again DeLillo has been able to maintain this race lead. As Scott and McFadden go side by side further back for a 3rd. It's DeLillo and Wilkin that are dueling for this race lead. Wilkin going to try the inside line once again through 3 and 4. It looks like that he got a much better run, but DeLillo's going to fight back on the outside, heading into turn 1 and 2. It's going to be Wilkin that looks like he has the race lead. Is DeLillo going to get the drive off of turn 2? He is. So they're still going to remain side by side. We're back to square 1, but it looks like that Riley Wilkin has maybe found some grip there on the inside. But DeLillo keeps fighting back lap after lap, and Zachary DeLillo got the lap led back. But Wilkin still fighting. He's going to get down the inside, but DeLillo gets the drive off of turn 2. So we look ahead. There's the damaged cars of Yeager and David coming up fast for these leaders. So Wilkin leads the lap. DeLillo and Wilkin still side by side, but they're going to need to start worrying about the lap traffic here. That is rapidly approaching. Could this be the moment for Nottingham Scott and John McFadden, who have really fallen out of touch of these lead 2? As coming off of turn 4, Wilkin now looks like he got a good run, and into turn 1. Could he possibly clear the 55? Doesn't look like DeLillo's going down without a fight. He's going to send it back around the outside, down the back straight. Still side by side, no one's been able to get the edge over the other. As Wilkin gets a good drive off of turn 4, but we know that DeLillo has the advantage on the straights so Wilkin has the advantage through the corners. DeLillo has the advantage on the straights. As seen there, DeLillo flying around the outside, but he's just barely been able to get ahead of Wilkin, so Wilkin's clearly beginning to wear out this 55. Can he clear him? The answer is still no, as Scott has gotten ahead of McFadden. That will allow him to chase after this duo of Wilkin and DeLillo. Heading through turn 3 and 4. Just neither driver has been able to clear the other, as they're pretty much evenly matched. So we look ahead to the lap traffic. Vincent David and Aaron Yeager heading through turns 1 and 2, as Wilkin and DeLillo do now. You can just see them there on that camera shot. As they head through 3 and 4. We're already halfway through this race, and Wilkin and DeLillo still have not been able to clear each other. It's going to be down to the wire side by side. So it'll be just whoever gets the better run off of turn 4 that I think will win this race, barring no cautions or lappers interfering. So Wilkin once again going to drive it in through 3 and 4. And he's going to lead another lap. But DeLillo's going to once again fight back on the outside. Shenanigans Scott has been struggling to make any impact whatsoever on these lead pair. And coming around to complete another lap, it's going to be Riley Wilkin, the race leader, still. But you can just see the 85 Vincent David in the shot. Zachary DeLillo currently holding quickest lap. Riley Wilkin second by just a hundredth of a second. But it is Wilkin who currently leads over Zachary DeLillo, though they are side by side, and the gap at the line remains 100th. DeLillo trying to clear Wilkin around the outside, but Wilkin's going to fight back. DeLillo also going to fight back. Great battle here we have going for the race lead, as there is Vincent David. Riley Wilkin had to deal with lap traffic at IRP. It was what ended up getting him the race win, as he managed to get around the lap traffic the quickest. But can he do that again here at Richmond? So we're rapidly approaching only 10 laps to go for either Zachary DeLillo or Riley Wilkin to take this race win. Wilkin into the lead off turn 4, but DeLillo has the power on the straights, as they're really catching Vincent David now. They're probably going to catch that 85 and have to make a move on him this next lap as they head through turns 3 and 4. Vincent David is right there. Riley Wilkin once again is going to hold on to this race lead. The gap now up to 0.04 of a second for Riley Wilkin, as it looks like that David's going to park it on the outside. That's not good for DeLillo, as is Wilkin going to be able to finally clear him, but David's going to go to the middle. DeLillo getting held up. Riley Wilkin, he is finally clear of Zachary DeLillo. As DeLillo goes to the inside to get by Vincent David. Once again, it looks like that lap traffic will play in favor of Riley Wilkin. Or maybe not, as now Wilkin's going to be on the outside. Zachary DeLillo on the inside. He can't block the 55 in time. The 55 got a good run. Now here comes the lapper of Aaron Yeager. Maybe I spoke too soon. Will Yeager hold up Wilkin? Remember, it was Yeager that was chasing Wilkin at IRP, who ended up getting held up by the lap traffic. Now she is the lap traffic, as Wilkin sits comfortably in the race lead. DeLillo's not, actually dropped back a bit. Maybe this won't be as much of a problem. Maybe Wilkin is home free. So we head through turns 1 and 2. 10 to go next time by. It's all going to be up to Aaron Yeager. She'll likely be the deciding factor in who wins or loses this race. coming off of turn 4. Wilkin has opened up the gap to 0.4 of a second. With only 10 laps to go, Riley Wilkin, can he pick up his second win on the season? Heading through 3 and 4, Wilkin right up on the back of the 10 car of Aaron Yeager without a hood after a pre-race incident with Renan Issip. Wilkin to the inside. And he's just like that. Is he clear of Aaron Yeager? Yeager fights back. Aaron Yeager's going to not go down without a fight. Could this bring DeLello back into the picture as Wilkin's going to have to fight with Yeager? Aaron Yeager's a short track ace. She's showing her skill despite damage. Wilkin can't clear the 10, and this is costing him a lot of valuable time. But it doesn't look like DeLello's been able to do much with it. The gap's up to 65/100ths of a second. It looks like that, despite all of this, Wilkin may actually be pulling away as the caution is out. Caution is out, and that changes everything. What has happened? And oh, there's a big incident here on the back straight. Kevin Hulkenberg's gone for a tumble. It looks like Jake Rose in the wall. Ty Lowell as well. What has happened here to bring out the first caution with only 7 laps left? So, Leland Hill, Ryan Llewellyn, and Nelson Reeves were going 3 wide, and oh no. So Hulkenberg and Reeves got together, then Hulkenberg had just parked it in. Ooh, hard hit there. But this is going to be a bit controversial, I do think, because Nelson Reeves, remember, is still under that 5-race probation from Riki. So he got under Llewellyn, then drove up into Llewellyn. He got hooked by Llewellyn, and then Hulkenberg just got hit by Rose, and then hard hit from Llewellyn. Cielo involved as well. I don't know if that's Hulkenberg. I don't know if that's Reeves' fault for that. Here, we'll watch through this again in slow motion. Because whether Reeves is at fault or not will determine whether he could... Yeah, so he came up on Llewellyn, which sent him into Hulkenberg. I don't know how the officials are going to view that, but whichever way they do could potentially determine whether we could see Reeves facing a 1-race suspension. As first caution flag is out here for an incident involving Azul Cielo, Kevin Hulkenberg, Ty Lowell, Jake Rose, Ryan Llewellyn as well. So, Riley Wilkin will be your race leader. We'll bring you back to the action when we head back green flag racing here from Richmond. So we are back here, and for the 3rd straight race, we're going to have a green-white checker to decide this. But the big thing that happened over the break was the points leader, Derek Hamill. He has a fuel system problem on the 07, so he's probably going to be very slow off this restart. And out of the race are Ty Lowell, Kevin Hulkenberg, Jake Rose, and Azul Cielo as we're back green flag racing. With only 2 laps to go, the lap car of Aaron Yeager stands between Zachary DeLello and Riley Wilkin, and David's going to go down the inside. The lapper of Vincent David goes down the inside of Zachary DeLello. Is that going to hold up DeLello? The 55 actually got to the inside line. Now he can chase after Riley Wilkin as the white flag is in the air. Yeager blocks off DeLello as the caution is back out. So they took the white flag, but the yellow is out. So that's going to give the race win to Riley Wilkin when they cycle back around to the start-finish line. As there is Derek Hamill, that's the points leader. Heavy damage on the 07. Did it have to do with his fuel system issue? Oh, he's upside down. What has happened here? So Hamill was dropping back. Got squeezed by Adam Mitchell up into the wall, and then just a hard hit. He goes over. So another car ends on its roof here at Richmond. and it will end the race. Points leader Derek Hamill taken out of contention, out of a race where he was already struggling. So we'll watch from onboard Blake Kanaki. Mitchell pinches the 07 and that sends him around and over. Tommy Rollo also involved in that. But that will be quite the disappointing end for Derek Hamill. But for Riley Wilkin, perhaps it was what he needed, as for the first time in a while we'll have a race finish under the yellows. Coming around turn 4, the yellow flag and checkered flag will be displayed for this man right here, the 25 of Riley Wilkin. Zachary DeLello with a fair effort, but it is Wilkin who wins the Northrup Grumman 30. A very strong effort from Riley Wilkin, Zachary DeLello will end in him finishing just short in second place. Nottingham Scott third, John McFadden fourth, Jackson Kelsey fifth, Theo Spletzer, Felix Jansen, Neo Stark, John Davis, and what about Station Tomioka? They'll round out the top 10. As I'm not sure why most of the field is a lap down, but we'll run through the rest of your results here. It's Rose Neal in 11th and Patrick Starr, Wyatt Qualley able to grow, Chrissy Spletzer, Bailey Pendergast, Leland Hill, Tim Pitch, Evan Hunter, Hollyoko, Anderson Reed, Ryan Llewellyn, Josh King, Rafiq Razan, Nelson Reeves, Ryan Keith, Cody Goforth, Adam Mitchell, Tommy Rollo, Blake Inaki, Arthur Xavier, Adrian Rojas, Najik Exami. Then Derek Hamill finished 35th despite not actually crossing the start-finish line. Then Renan Issip, Aaron Yeager, Vincent David, who all had that pre-race incident. Then Lowell, Hulkenberg, Rose, and Cielo all did not finish. So that has been all from what has been a pretty chaotic race here at the Richmond Raceway. We will see you next time, but until then, this has been Ash Jacobson, and we'll see you for the next showing of the BOSC, but next week. So we are back here, and for the third straight race, we're going to have a green-white checker to decide this, but the big thing that happened over the break was the points leader, Derek Hamill. He has a fuel system problem on the 07, so he's probably going to be very slow off this restart. And out of the race are Tari Lowell, Kevin Hulkenberg, Jake Rose, and Azul Cielo as we're back green flag racing. With only 2 laps to go, the lap car of Aaron Yeager stands between Zachary DeLello and Riley Wilkin, and David's going to go down the inside. The lapper, Vincent David, goes down the inside of Zachary DeLello. Is that going to hold up DeLello? The 55 actually got to the inside line. Now he can chase after Riley Wilkin as the white flag is in the air. Yeager blocks off DeLello as the caution is back out. So they took the white flag, but the yellow is out. So that's going to give the race win to Riley Wilkin when they cycle back around to the start-finish line. As there's Derek Hamill, that's the points leader. Heavy damage on the 07. Did it have to do with his fuel system issue? Oh, he's upside down. What has happened here? So Hamill was dropping back. Got squeezed by Adam Mitchell up into the wall, and then just a hard hit. He goes over. So another car ends on its roof here at Richmond, and it will end the race. Points leader Derek Hamill taken out of contention, out of a race where he was already struggling. So we'll watch from onboard Blake Kanaki. Mitchell pinches the 07 and that sends him around and over. Tommy Rollo also involved in that. But that will be quite the disappointing end for Derek Hamill. But for Riley Wilkin, perhaps it was what he needed, as for the first time in a while we'll have a race finish under the yellows. Coming around turn 4, the yellow flag and checkered flag will be displayed for this man right here, the 25 of Riley Wilkin. Zachary DeLello with a fair effort, but it is Wilkin who wins the Northrup Grumman 30. A very strong effort from Riley Wilkin, Zachary DeLello will end in him finishing just short in second place. Nottingham Scott third, John McFadden fourth, Jackson Kelsey fifth, Theo Spletzer, Felix Jansen, Neo Stark, John Davis, and what about Station Tomioka? They'll round out the top 10, as I'm not sure why most of the field is a lap down, but we'll run through the rest of your results here. It's Rose Neal in 11th, and Patrick Starr, Wyatt Qualley able to grow Chrissy Spletzer, Bailey Pendergast, Leland Hill, Tim Pitch, Evan Hunter, Hollyoko, Anderson Reed, Ryan Llewellyn, Josh King, Rafiq Razana, Nelson Reeves, Ryan Keith, Cody Goforth, Adam Mitchell, Tommy Rollo, Blake Inaki, Arthur Xavier, Adrian Rojas, Najik Exami. Then Derek Hamill will finish 35th despite not actually crossing the start-finish line. Then Renan Nissip, Aaron Yeager, Vincent David, who all had that pre-race incident. Then Lowell, Hulkenberg, Rose, and Cielo all did not finish. So that has been all from what has been a pretty chaotic race here at the Richmond Raceway. We will see you next time, but until then, this has been Ash Jacobson, and we'll see you for the next showing of the BOSC, but next week.